delay?
Totally.
Yeah,
It's,
it's in case you swear, we'll pause the audio.
What? It's not. But it's not live.
It's live.
It's live.
It's live.
Right now we're live.
Yeah, live.
And
Wait, can we swear?
Yeah, I was just joking.
Is it going to be bleeps?
How about we start with the start of the collaboration? Maybe you could talk about how you two began working together.
Ben?
we started. Well, it kind of goes way back to 2000 and something, 6.
10?
Could be.
Maybe.
Who's to say?
2001. 2006.
2006. The Odyssey.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ben was touring around Europe with a bunch of films with another filmmaker called Jonathan Schwartz.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I used to be involved in running a cinema with some friends in Brighton, and we put on their show in Brighton. So that's when we first met. And then I guess like gradually we kept meeting each other at film festivals and became friends, started realizing that we had ideas that gelled or chimed, and then we decided to go on tour together with 5 each of our films in New Zealand and Australia. It was a program called We Cannot Exist in This World Alone. And that was, you know, we did, I don't know how many screenings, 20, 30?
60?
16?
I think it's
12. And, you know, through showing our films in relation to each other, you know, obviously there's a conversation happening between the films and between us. And that's when we started thinking about the idea of making something together.
And when we showed them at the time, I mean, still, I always, with my short films, I would always just put BR, my initials, at the end of it. And so for the first few films, it wasn't quite evident who was making what in the program, even though it was, I think, evident in terms of form or content. But it took a little while for audiences to sort of sort out who was who and what was what. And that was, I think, an interesting premise from which to begin, like how to merge two things that maybe, that have commonality in terms of like interests, but as far as the way the content and form are sort of enunciated wasn't. I mean, I think we both have really specific artistic identities, and so we were curious to see how they would work together, and also just wanted to like hang out more.
Yeah.
What were some of the shorts that were playing together?
It's a really great film called Dove Coo, or Coop, which Ben never shows.
No,
it's a lost film.
Well, there's just one-off print.
Is there only one print of it?
Yeah, there's only one print. I guess I'm sort of precious with it.
Yeah, you show that over and over again.
I did.
You don't have a negative. You just
it's just a one-off done with a torch. A print made with a torch. I don't know. Our Liberty, Workers Leaving the Factory.
Trypps number 6, number 3, number 4, number 4.
Maybe. Happy.
It was a mix of. I mean, it was all things that had to do with the sort of the global. I mean, the fact of living in a world where all of these really different lives are being lived simultaneously. So, I think part of the way that we selected the films was in thinking what was happening. You know, that you have Dubai where buildings are sort of skyscrapers are being erected really, really quickly, and then on the flip side you have the folks in Our Liberty who are living in the hills and have around with piles of rubbish and old cars, and it's almost like the future of Dubai found in Scotland. So all of these, and the Trypps number 6, which is in Suriname, having these things in a small village where people are animist and wearing really contemporary Halloween masks and taking cell phone pictures, but also involved in a kind of really sort of tribal ritual, that all of these things are happening at the same time. And I think that was maybe one of the reasons that we sort of arrived at this topic, which I think is very much, this film is very much about the present. It's about about the possibilities of these 3 instances in the present.
And you mean the present specifically in the sense is not the past, not the future, but like the kind of
now,
transformative possibilities of now?
Yeah, but also thinking about the future, I guess. Like that move. You know, the present is always very fleeting, obviously. So I think, that was definitely the seed of us kind of arriving at this film, was like thinking about the present moving into the future. I think, that's something that I think I'm always thinking about with all of my films.
There's a strong sense of the past in your films, though, especially.
Yeah, I'm sort of interested in kind of intermingling the tense, the time, I guess, like the future becoming the past, and the past the present, and the present the future. So they get kind of. I'm interested in that kind of sense of not knowing exactly where you are in time.
It's interesting. Does this inform the structure of the film, the three-part structure, which some people are calling a triptych, but I feel like that's a linear one, whereas you guys have the symbol of the triangle, which seems more apropos to me.
Well, that's exactly why there is the triangle, because these are three things that when you look at an equilateral triangle, it can only exist with these things in equal parts. So there's no hierarchy amongst the sides of a triangle, as in the same as there's no hierarchy amongst these three things. They're things that we sort of imagined could exist in other orders, or they're happening simultaneously. The nature of cinema is that you have to put things in an order, so that produces some kind of narrative, almost accidentally. But we've also talked about this, showing this as an installation piece so you have like the three different parts in three different structures. So they're happening. They really are happening simultaneously. So then it's the viewer who kind of makes the choice of what they see first or whatever.